Yo, what is going on YouTube? This is Franco Town here, coming at you with my Spring King DDD deck profile. I'm pretty sure that if any of you guys have been a member of DDD Duelist, you probably already know who I am. I'm going by Expert Lancer now, uh, and I decided to start up my own channel. And the best way to start a channel is by starting off with some content. So I hope you guys enjoy. DDDs has been a fan favorite deck for me for a while, and I've played this deck ever since it first came out. and Most people think that ever since Master Rule 4 came out that this deck has died. Actually, the deck has gotten a lot stronger. It did take a hit when losing Astrograph, and with the recent ban list, Electromite going to 1. But the deck is still as good as ever. I topped locals with it last week, and I have some plans for the deck in the future. I actually have some new cards ordered, so this list is actually more of a pure pendulum based variant of the deck. I actually have a more complex variant coming up, so stay tuned for that. But without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get right into the deck profile. First off, you want to start off with Triple Savant Kepler. Kepler is your main starter card. When he's normal or special summon, you can add 1 Dark Contract from deck to hand, and on top of that, he's a 10 scale. So, and you can also special summon him out with via 1-for-1. But he's really your main starter card. You really want to see this guy in your opening hand if possible. He's really the best normal summon you can have. Complementing 3 Savant Kepler, you want to follow up with 3 Savant Copernicus. These ratios are necessary. Copernicus, when he's normal or special, you can Foolish Burial a DD or Dark Contract, so he sends combo pieces to the graveyard. Other than that, he's also an unchanging low scale, so that does come up sometimes. Alright, set these aside. These are just, I'm showing you the standard pendulum ratios first. Next, the best card in the deck would be Triple Savant Copernicus, Thomas. What Thomas does is, on field, he can destroy a DD scale to special summon a triple D, a level 8 triple D from deck in defense, but his effects are negated. Basically, when he's on field, you can pop a scale special at 8, and you can overlay for free, basically. So he's a 1 card rank 8, and then on his scale effect is even more important, because once per turn you can target 1 DD in your extra deck, face up DD Pendulum monster in your extra deck and add it to your hand. So first you can use this effect to add, which helps with your pendulum summons, and then you can use the secondary effect to pop a scale and special summon an 8 and make a rank 8. So Thomas is very important. His must of is 3. The last of the 3 ofs would be Triple Abyss King Ragnarok. Now what he does is he's basically a double monster reborn. When he's normal special, you can special a triple D name from grave. When he's in scale, if a DD monster would be special summoned, you can special summon a DD monster from your grave, but you take 1,000 damage, and your opponent takes half battle damage. It sounds like a lot, but when you're going first, it really doesn't matter. And also, you can use this effect in tandem with DR to gain 1,000 instead, which actually helped win me games in time before. Also, people forget about his secondary effect when he's on field. He can attribute a DD monster other than himself to target a monster your opponent controls and banish it, and he's 3,000 defense. So this is the basics. This is the standard pendulum lineup for the DDDs. If you're playing DDDs, you must run all these at 3. In my personal opinion, the pendulum variant is the best right now, because I've tested pure, and pure is pretty bad without needle fiber. I'm still playing some more pendulum DDs. Double Doom King Armageddon. This guy, he's a 3k beat stick, a level 8 that you can special summon off of Thomas. Also, he cannot be killed by cards that board wipe, like Regeki, Dark Hole. He can only be destroyed by card effects that target. So sometimes I actually like summoning this guy out, and instead of overlaying with him and letting him go to the graveyard, unless I have Ragnarok's handy, I'll actually link this guy off and then pendulum summon him back and just use him as a beat stick. But two Armageddons, he's also easy side out as well. Another card that a lot of people don't play is Double Savant Newton. This guy's actually pretty good. He makes Vortex really easy to summon. That and going into Seigfried is a lot easier with Newton. But basically what he does is his regular effect is you can pitch him from your hand to target a DD or Dark Contract in your graveyard and add it back to your hand, which is the reason why you don't have to play so many of certain cards. Newton is really good for recursion. Also, he's an unchanging 10 scale and a level 7, which is very, very important. And the last of the DD Pendulum monsters I play is one Orthros. Orthros is also easy side out, but a lot of decks like True Dracos, Sky Striker are actually very back row heavy, and the wrong back row card could just end your life. But having a searchable out to back row, basically what he does is he targets a DD or Dark Contract you control and a spell trap your opponent controls and destroys both. So this guy is really good. He can also trigger out Chronograph as well. Also, he's a level 4 tuner. Next for the DD monsters, we played 2 DD Lamia. 2 is all you really need. Basically what she does is you can pitch a DD or Dark Contract from your hand or field to the graveyard to special herself. She basically recurs and she banishes when she leaves the field. But there's combos where you can actually use her up to 4 times in one turn, which is ridiculous. But she's the level 1 Dark Tuner, and 1900 defense is pretty strong as well. Next you play 2 Swirl Slime and 1 Necro Slime. In Pure, Swirl Slime is a starter card, and this variant, Swirl Slime is more of an extender. Necro Slime is also an extender, and also easy side out as well. But to be able to pull off some of these combos that I want to show you guys, you do need to play 1 copy of Necro Slime, which I never really have a problem with Necro Slime. But if you don't know what these guys do, Swirl Slime allows you to reveal this card in your hand and fusion summon using DD monsters in your hand as material. Also, it can banish itself from graveyard as cost to special a DD monster from hand. And Necro Slime allows you to banish this and another DD monster to fusion from your grave. So, fusion from hand, fuse from grave. Alright, that's it for the DD support. The DD monsters play quite a bit because you really want to see your combo pieces, and everything's a combo piece, and everything's useful in one way or another. Alright, on to the pendulum support. We're playing triple chronograph. We can't play astrograph anymore because he's banned, but chronograph still puts in a lot of work, being a level 6 that can potentially special summon another monster from your hand. If you have this plus Lamia, you basically have a free meteor burst, gets a free monster out of your scale, and then you can bring Lamia back and you get a free crystal wing. So chronograph is super good. Followed by its counterpart, the 1 Brick Gazer Magician. You don't want to open Time Gazer ever, but if you open Chronograph, you can basically pop it, special this, normal summon Kepler, go on Electromite, and you're good for your whole combo. But Chronograph, Sorcerer, and Time Gazer Magician, super good. Double Darkworm, Supreme King Servant Darkworm is really good to have. Also followed by the counterpart, 1 Gate 0. You pitch Darkworm, when Darkworm's in grave and you have no monsters, you can special summon it and then search Gate 0. So it's a free plus if you open Dragon Shrine, and it gives you a free Pendulum Body on board, which helps get Electromite out. That's it for the monsters. Onto the spells. We're playing Triple Contract with the Gate. Actually going to cut this card to 2 once some cards come in the mail. You really only need 2 copies of this card because you really don't want to see too many. But I am playing Desires in this variant, so 3 Contract with the Gate is pretty good. If you don't know what this card does, basically this once during your main phase, you can add 1 DD monster from deck to hand, hard once per turn, and then during each of your standby phases, you burn for 1,000. So this is one of your main searchers. You have Kepler, who searches for any of your contracts, and then the contract searches for any of your monsters. So you just have the consistency level there. Next, for more consistency, we run triple Dragon Shrine. Dragon Shrine just dumps Dark Worm, helps you get into your combos faster, get an extra Pendulum monster on field, just helps facilitate Electromite, and that just gains good advantage. Two of the worst hit on the ban list, in my personal opinion. Two copies of the Call by the Grave, which this card going to 2 actually really punishes going first players and combo players. But Call by the Grave is pretty necessary, especially in combo based decks, to max out on, because you really need defense against hand traps. Because most of the time, if they have 2 hand traps, it could probably stop your plays. But opening Call by the Grave just really helps give you that little extra security that your combos will go through. I'm playing the 1 Pot of Desires for draw power, 1 for 1 for the combos, 1 Foolish Burial, basically playing 4 Dragon Shrines, 1 Monster Reborn, and 1 Soul Charge. This is a Holy 5. You really don't want to play more than 1 Desires, because this is only a 41 card deck. Desires is decent. I am going to put Allures back in here as soon as my ultis come in the mail. So I will be doing another updated profile, but these are the main 5, the Holy 5. Now on to the extra deck. I do apologize. I do have 1 proxy card in here. Because when I went to rebuild the deck, I actually couldn't find a copy of the card. But anyways, getting it straight into it, we're playing 1 Flame King Genghis. This guy allows you to reborn a DD monster from your graveyard when you special 1. 1 Oracle King Diarch. This card reverses any burn damage you would take into life points. So if you're dueling against a burn deck, you can summon this, and every time they burn you, you gain life points. 1 Beowulf. He's mainly there as a level 8 fusion for the combo, but his effects aren't bad at all. He gives all DD monsters you control piercing, and also during your standby phase, he can destroy all spells and traps on the field, which doesn't include field spells for some reason. And the last fusion I play is 1 Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, because you can just make this guy super easy. He's really easy to bring out. And being able to recycle your resources and negate at the same time is just super good. Also, there's combos with Vortex. Like if you have him with Gamma Seal, you can actually kaiju your opponent, go into Vortex, bounce the kaiju back, and then kaiju them again. So that combo is pretty good. If it ever comes up for you guys, mainly game 2 and 3. Onto the synchros. We play 1 Gus King Alexander because he's necessary for the combos, and he's also an extender at some start. And then because when you normal or special, you can special summon a level 4 or lower if you don't know his effect. 1 Odd Eyes Meteor Burst is one of the main extenders. When this guy is synchro summoned, you can special summon a monster from your scales, which help extend combos. Especially you use this to bring Ragnarok special summon a monster from grave, it just combos up. Or special Thomas pop scale, special level 8 overlay, and then bring Lamia back to make Seigfried or Crystalline. 1 Seigfried, he targets a spell or trap, quick play, negates it until the end of your next standby phase. 1 Crystalline Synchro Dragon. This is just standard synchro lineup for me. I don't see this changing, because these 2 are arguably the best synchros you would want to go into in this deck, and these are arguably the best extenders for this deck. So anything else isn't really necessary. But this deck can make a lot of things. It can make Trishula, all kinds of... Basically, if you can think of it, the deck can make it for the most part. The 1 proxy is Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon with the rank 7 Exceed monster that you overlay with, and when it's sent to the graveyard, when it leaves the field, you can special summon Odd Eyes Vortex or Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. You can go into Vortex for a negate, or you can just go into Meteor Burst to extend. And then you play the 1 Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord. This guy is basically a quick play monster effect negator, and it can stop hand traps as well. Because where it stops monster, it can stop a monster effect that can activate in hand, field, or grave. So this card, I was playing Felgrand before, but Felgrand only hits and protects stuff down the field. This guy can hit things anywhere. One Hope Harbinger Titanic Galaxy. This card just, most people forget this card has 3 effects. Its first effect is the one that everyone cares about. When a spell or spell effect is activated, you can negate the effect and equip it as material. And it does negate activation as well, so if they played a hard once per turn card, well, that's it. Second effect is it can detach when your opponent's monster declares an attack, you can detach a material or redirect the attack to him. And the third effect is if you control another Exceed monster and an Exceed monster you control dies, you can target one Exceed monster you control and it gains the attack equal to it permanently. So let's say we had these two and you kill the Photon Lord. You can target Hope Harbinger and it gains 2500 attack power, making it a 5500 attack power monster that negates spells and can redirect attacks. So that's a thing. And then the God card, DDD Dual Down King Kali-Yuga. What this guy does is as soon as he's summoned, non-activated effect. It's a continuous effect that happens as soon as he's summoned. He negates all cards and effects on the field except for himself, and cards and effects on the field cannot be activated. So if your opponent has a Baguska or anything like that, you special summon this guy, Baguska and everything else gets negated, and then you can quick play Detach to destroy all spells and traps on the field during either player's turn. And the last effect is if you detach a material to target a dark contract in your graveyard and set it. Also, it's a 3500 body too, so that's really strong. And for the Link monsters, I'm playing 1 Heavy Metal Foes Electromite. This is the go-to guy to get started with your combos. If this guy resolves, you usually win the game. 1 Land for Linkus for a combo. I was playing Metaltron, but Metaltron can't facilitate some of the combos that I like to pull off with this deck. So I'll go with Land for Linkus, which is the generic Link 2. And I play 1 Link 4, which will be Saruja as Skulldread. I will be swapping this out for Borosword, but for right now Skulldread is super good because it allows you to draw into more combo pieces, and it also allows you to special summon an extra monster from your hand. And if that monster happens to be Ragnarok, you get another monster for free, and you can just go off from there and just basically start bringing everything back and just make your boards from there. I also want to show you guys the 4-card combo that allows you to special summon Crystal Wing, Hope Harbinger, and Seigfried. Let me grab a quick field center for you guys so that I can mark the center of the field. One second. Alright. I will try to do this upside down. Alright, for this combo, you need any combination of any of these cards. Okay. You need any combination of any 2 of these plus Kepler, and the last card has to be a way of special summoning a pendulum monster to the field, whether it be Dragon Shrine, Foolish Burial, where is it at? Chronograph Sorcerer. If you're playing the Mythical Beast engine, Master Cerberus. Also, if you're playing Curtain Raiser can also be an option too. So there's multiple options for this, for the special summon. You need a way to special summon a Pendulum monster, Savant Kepler, plus any of these 2. Whatever you're missing, you'll add. And I will just do the combo like this, since I max out on these cards. Anyways, the 4-card combo, I'll go ahead and show you guys. First, you're going to activate Dragon Shrine. Dragon Shrine's effect will send a dragon from deck to grave. You're going to use it to pitch your Dark Worm. Dark Worm's effect will activate, allowing you to special summon. Dark Worm's effect will add Supreme King Gate 0, wherever it is. Next, you're going to normal summon your Savant Kepler using its effect. You can add Dark Contract with a gate. Next, you activate Contract with a gate. Using its effect, you'll add DD Swirl Slime, Necro Slime. Next, you're going to link to. I'm going to set the extra deck Pendulum Monsters right there to go into your Heavy Metal Foes Electromite. Electromite's effect will trigger, allowing you to stack your extra deck. You're going to stack your extra deck with Abyss King Ragnarok. Next, you're going to scale Gate 0. You're going to use Electromite's effect to destroy Gate 0 and add your Abyss King Ragnarok. Then you get a random draw. Next, you're going to scale your Abyss King Ragnarok. Activate the effect of Swirl Slime, allowing you to fuse from hand. It'll go into your Flame King Genghis. Next, you activate Swirl Slime's secondary effect, banishing itself as cost to special summon Lamian. Next, you'll synchro summon up for 7. To summon Ghost King Alexander. When you summon him, it's going to trigger Ragnarok's special summon effect. You're going to target Genghis and special summon it. And then you take 1000 damage, your opponent takes half battle damage. But when you summon Genghis, it's going to trigger Alexander's effect, to special summon a level 4 or lower. You're going to bring back Lamian. Next, you're going to synchro for 8. Summon Curse King Seigfried. When you summon this guy, it's going to trigger Genghis' effect, to special summon from grave. So you bring back DD Lamian. Next, you'll synchro summon for 7. Go into Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon. Now, Odd Eyes Meteor Burst Dragon's effect will activate, allowing you to special from your scales to summon Ragnarok. And Ragnarok has to go either here or here. It cannot go here. This zone right here has to be left open. That is very important for this combo. When you summon Ragnarok, Ragnarok's effect is going to trigger, allowing you to revive one of these two. It doesn't really matter, because whatever you summon back is going to basically be linked off anyways. So we're going to go with Ghost King Alexander. Next, you're going to use Lamian's effect in Graveyard to send Contract with the Gate to the grave to special summon herself. Next, you'll synchro summon once more. Lamian gets banished. Summon your Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. Next, you're going to link to go into Lamphalinkus. This is the main reason why I play him. That and the fact he gets you out of the Igloo block. Now, I'm going to activate the effect of Necro Slime in Graveyard, allowing you to fuse with either Genghis or Alexander. It doesn't matter. And allowing you to summon your DDD Cruel Dragon King Beowulf. Next, you'll overlay to summon your Hope Harbinger Titanic Galaxy. And that's the 4-card DDD combo. If you do it with 4 cards, you still you get the 1 draw from Electromite plus the card you had in hand. So those could be anything. There could be extenders if you have like a Monster Reborn or some other extender that can keep you going and add more field presence to you. But anyways, guys, I wanted to share that video with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile and the combos. I actually have another profile that's going to be coming up after this pretty soon. As soon as the cards come in, this deck is actually going to change a little bit. It's still going to have the same core strategy, but it's just going to be a lot more consistent. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys liked, and if you liked the video, feel free to like and subscribe. I am a new channel, so any help would be nice. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Pretty soon I'm going to get into editing, and I hope that you guys liked it. Anyways, peace.